You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Learn more at wearelibertarians.com.
All right, well, you're going to start us out?
No,
this is my show.
This is your podcast.
So, anyway.
Give me a welcome to Miranda's World.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say, welcome to Miranda's World. Thank you so much for joining me, my fabulous, fabulous good friend and supporter, Christy Avery. Woo! Chris Spangler Dangler.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. I enjoy your beard.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't think you've seen the beard yet, have you?
It was not as full and meaty as
right. You want to rub it?
Yes, please.
Here. Oh.
He's purring like a kitty cat.
Yeah, the ginger beards are good luck. You rub them for
No, they
luck.
really are. If I ever see a ginger beard, I make them let me give it a little tug if there's enough. I do.
Are we still talking about the beard?
Yes.
Okay.
Do they have a sexy truck? We'll go to the next question.
Oh my God, you love trucks.
I do. I will tug more than a beard for a hot truck. I got a weird eye contact on that one.
Yeah,
I was like,
did.
I'm serious.
I know you are. I can tell. Miranda's my favorite businesswoman.
Yes.
Out there working hard.
Working very hard. I got a premium Snapchat going, and I super enjoy it. I had a small hiatus because I was sick, but we're back and we're going, and people love it. I've gotten really good feedback. What have you thought of?
I've thought it's been amazing.
It's been pretty lit.
Yeah, I got premium access. I got free access since he's
going to be promoting it, obviously.
Right. And yes, Miranda has fire ass nudes and videos. And how do you even get into the private Snapchat?
Well, I mean, there are actual companies that will do I think like pretty much run your private Snapchat for you. You probably just take all the photos and whatnot, and I'm sure they just release them or whatever they do. I don't know, but I'm just doing it myself. So they obviously PayPal. You can send money through Snapchat. You can send it through anything, really.
Are you kidding? Wow.
Yeah. So they just send me the monies, and I send them the Snap name, and then I add them. And people are still finding me either, through phone number or just whatever, and trying to add me. They probably don't even know. I'm like, bye.
It's your grandma.
Yeah. No, I wish.
By the way, Mittens.
Why would I wish that? Well, it's because she's passed away. That's why I don't want her to see me noodles. But
Mittens is face deep in your purse right now, Christy. So, in case you've got anything in there that you want her to not to eat.
Yeah, she
was.
She was getting face deep in my hair earlier.
She was. I had to open a can of treats for them to eat to get her away from Miranda. She was so pussy loves Miranda.
Miranda loves pussy.
So yeah, no, the premium Snapchat has been unbelievable.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it, and it's also just a good way for people to, enjoy my noodles. But then it's a good way of supplying demand. It's not just everybody deserves them, so I gotta have a system. And the thing is, I love money,
right?
So.
It's your favorite thing. Right.
Yeah, but it's also, I think the cool part is I want to eventually have a website. And so, I want to get into just doing different fetish videos and things like that. Not actual pornography of any sort, but just more so in which my snaps that I'm going to release today or hopefully today, you'll see just some creative videos. I am the remaining deep throat banana champion, so
she was warming up on a banana here a minute ago.
I was hungry and I ordered a pizza and it's coming.
So could you ever see yourself doing porn?
No, I don't. I mean, honestly, people you can get that for free all day long. That's what I think the interest would be, and to do some fetish type things, or just obviously people are just into different things, but there's a comfort level when you're paying for a premium Snapchat or anything of that nature. So you don't have to feel afraid your girlfriend is going to judge you or,
right.
anything like that. And I had a lot of fun when I did some dominatrix stuff, just winging it, didn't plan that. Do you know anything about dominatrix?
Not a whole lot.
So I don't either, but I know the premise of it. And
right.
So sometimes to just wing a situation and divert things from being too sexual or something like that, it's I just was like, get on your knees, motherfuckers, right now. And I was like, give me that belt. And then I just started beating the shit out of people. And they loved it. They loved it. And I mean, it was so just classic. Like, I thought it was very just like generic that, you know, I didn't really know anything, you know, but I knew how to be mean. And
she's really good at it.
I knew how to beat the shit out of them with a belt as hard as I could. Right. And that was so fun. That's when I was like, I like this. But I also could just do something like, you know, painting toenails of your girlfriends or, you know, that kind of stuff.
I could see you being a great dominatrix because you kind of already do it with like some of the like money manipulation that we've talked about in the past. I mean, it's a lot of the same type of skills, isn't it?
Well, it is because it's not, you know, it's not even necessarily manipulation, but it's more so understanding your audience or your customer base. And again, them feeling comfortable enough to say, this is what I want. And then you feeling comfortable enough to say, well, this is what I want. And everybody can come together, you know, because again, they're not comfortable. And sometimes maybe whatever they like to do, like, this is nobody I have any experience with, but I do know a girl that has done some fetish things, actually in person or role playing with, you know, with people or whatever, and peeing on people or just whatever. And it's like, if you have a nice, classy woman, I mean, she may be a freak and she may not care.
Right.
But at the same time, it's kind of hard to look at someone the same, or like if you're into something even worse than that.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to look at them in the same roles, I think, especially I feel like men are very compartmentalized when it comes to those roles, and I think that's the difference between like women that men want to marry and women that men want to have sex with.
Right. Yeah, I would say as a guy, it's in my experience, the second you show vulnerability or serious insecurity, it changes the relationship in a pretty serious way. So, like, you don't want to, like, if you're into getting pegged in the ass, like, and you're a guy, you don't want to ask your woman for that because that's pretty risky. That's pretty much, that could be an relationship.
She gets mad.
Right.
Anytime she gets mad, she is going to throw that right down your throat.
Exactly. The divorce proceedings.
I would.
Right. Right. I don't want it out there that, you know, that's just a secret that you don't share with any woman in your life.
No, and when you're with
I'm
a professional...
I'm not saying I'm into that, by the way.
Right. He might know someone.
He could be or he could not be.
No, someone tried to put a finger in my butt once, and I was like, no, game off.
That is such a dangerous area. What are your thoughts, Christy?
You into butt stuff, Christy?
And just, hey, it's if you are.
Well, I am having a colonoscopy on Monday.
Well, that's different.
That's all the butt stuff that I really intentionally know about.
Okay. Intentionally.
Yeah. I used that word on purpose.
Did somebody try to knock on the back door?
People do come and knocking, but you don't answer.
Yeah.
It was an accident.
Oh, wow. You're just too oiled up.
How dilated was your anus?
Sometimes if you're all oiled up, those two are close neighbors.
They are. They really are.
They really are.
She wants us to move on. Her face is so red.
I love it.
Poor Christy.
She's all about women.
People.
She's all about women's sexuality and everything. So when I knew I was having her on the show, one of the things I wanted to make sure we get to, because when we talked on the Me Too episode of We Are Libertarians, we kind of went around the whole table, like, has anyone ever felt as though they've been, you know, harassed or molested or just any of that stuff? And Christy just said she really had never been sexually harassed.
Not that was unwelcome.
Right. And nobody's a bigger slut than me. And I can just tell you, especially if I'm digging and really trying to, like, you know, over-examine situations, like, it may not have bothered me, but did this possibly, was this maybe that? Or I know it's happened. And, you know, just even uncomfortable feelings, like, you know, so you've never, ever just had somebody make you just feel like, ew, what a creep. Like, he's not, you know what I mean? Not getting it, or just being rude.
There's creepy people. Obviously, I've been around creepy people, but I've never really felt that it got up to the level of harassment. Maybe I'll say that.
Okay, yeah. And I mean, I don't
and I'm
really
very
think so.
Inexperienced, too, so that could have something to do with it.
So did you grow up in a small town?
Yes, on a farm.
Nice. What kind of farm?
A farm with animals and a farm with crops. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Just
Well, I
a
didn't know
farm.
cow farms or pig farms or if they're all
Right.
different.
Hens,
Yeah.
soybeans.
Chickens, beans, wheat, corn.
Okay.
Okay, sweet.
Cows, pigs, cats, dogs. We didn't eat the cats and dogs, though.
Good to know.
They were not Asian.
We're not Asian.
Oh, hello.
Hi, everybody.
The Spangler Dangler has been his 2 cents.
Yeah, yeah. So continue.
So, okay,
Continue your
so you
line
grew
of
up on a
questioning.
farm. How did you go through high school living on that farm?
Yes.
So you worked on the farm a lot, maybe?
Sort of, like pulling weeds and stuff like that. Driving tractors didn't work out very well for me.
She hit the sauce.
No.
She hit something.
Right.
Yes. Not a good tractor driver.
So I know you said you've never been. Have you still never been to a strip club? Is that still true?
That is still true, yes.
Okay, so you're all about women's sexuality. You grew up on a farm. Have you ever been with a lady?
I have not.
I have not either.
You haven't?
No.
Have
I
you,
know, what is-
have you, Chris? Have you been with a lady?
Several times. Yes. One woman, several times.
In his mind.
Half a
A
dozen.
little tear.
No. I think people think that Miranda's a bigger slut than she actually is. Like,
Yeah, well, that's just a funny thing of doing things that society deems to be slutty or unacceptable for women in whatever way. And it's so funny because the girls that I know that would turn their nose up at some of the things I do or what I would wear, or blah, 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 are some of the biggest sluts or women to sleep with someone, or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Quickest to get a strange dick in their any body part that they have. Like,
right.
it's so funny. So that's just what I think that makes me kind of realize personally, and then as society, we should open our eyes bigger to the situation, you know, because again, unfortunately, when people are doing things that are not acceptable or liked, or and they're worried about that, they're hiding those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really weird. It's like people that are doing bad things don't come out. You don't meet someone and they say, guess what? You know, I'm a real piece of shit. I like to rob people. And I do meth. And they don't tell you that.
Right.
You find out the hard way.
Yeah. I and that's one of the reasons I hate the word slut, is that it is a demeaning, like, vagina doesn't go bad. You know
It
what I
does,
mean?
though. It can,
It does?
for sure.
What happened?
Okay, and I guarantee you Christy can back this up because we have all talked about, we've all obviously seen a lot of pussy against the three of us in this room, how many vaginas we've seen in our lives.
Right.
But I had a friend once who tried to say, you know, I don't know why he was trying to be on women's rights or whatever, but he was just like, you know, yeah, obviously all women's vaginas look different and stuff. Like, it's just, you know, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it, or, you know, like the ones that are less attractive looking. And I said, no, there is something wrong with it. I mean, I've never seen a baby. I've never changed a diaper of a baby girl who had a real just nasty, mangled, fucking roast beef sandwich hanging out. I have never done that.
Oh, Lord.
My God.
I've never seen it. Swear to God.
I've not.
You let somebody do some shit they shouldn't have done. They went, it was dried up. You felt that it was wrong and you didn't stop it. You let them do something wrong to you. Swear to God.
I don't even know how to respond to that,
Swear.
honestly.
I swear. They don't just fall out like that.
But I do think that some women are born with
I've never asked anybody who has a baby girl or is fun babysitting or works in a daycare.
You're on Facebook Live. Maybe they can.
I'm not seeing comments. Are people not caring?
They should. How many people?
Oh, we had it scrolled off.
Oh.
Hello, people. People, please tune in. Here goes Araya. I always steal it. Like, and Carly. Don't knock it until you try it. Okay, ladies, seriously, chime in right now. Have you ever seen a baby girl? Have you changed the diaper of a young girl and seen a mangled ass vagina?
Okay, this is. I'm so.
Yes, they'll grow. They will grow, but they don't grow like all crazy.
What she just did with her tongue.
Like, they don't. You know your shit is not crazy. You know you don't. You know it ain't. You know it.
Well,
Stop.
it changes after babies, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've had a baby, and I mean,
Right.
it doesn't look like mine. Doesn't look like, you know, a 19-year-old porn stars, and it's not like it's real dangly or anything. But it's not, you know what I mean? It's like, the sea's been parted a little bit.
Right.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
I mean, as someone who does work down there, I couldn't really like do a drawing of anyone that I've ever seen, including the person I was married to. Like, I think women get insecure about that stuff, but like, we just don't really pay attention.
Well, here's the thing.
Because we're so nervous that we're not going to do what we're about to do right, that we don't think about what
it looks like.
The aesthetics of anything.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I'm saying, I'm not trying to involve any shame in that, because no matter what your lady part looks like, you better love it, but you take care of it.
Right.
You do take care of it. And I'm sorry, but like, even on some, like, I'm sorry, like when I watch porn, I'm very, very specific. I do not want to see any ugly people. I don't want to see anything gross happening. I want to see nice looking parts. And one time, like, ew, it was like crispy as fuck. It looked crispy.
Ew.
Just, like winging out crispiness, and I was like, ew.
Oh God!
I swear to God. And I'm just saying, there's a meme going around right now. That is like, some of you ladies' vaginas look like coin purses turned inside out. It's so true. It's like, and some of the coin purses were small, and some of them were big.
Right.
But the bottom line is, if your coin purse looks like it was from the fucking Holocaust. And it made it through Katrina and like all kinds of disasters.
That's quite the coin purse.
Then your coin purse.
It's the Forrest Gump of coin purses.
Yes.
Went to Vietnam.
It's like, and I get like, you know, I'm just saying, it's like they're all going to be different, but sometimes they look real nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And that means somebody either... Okay, here's a good example also. A guy told me once, a guy that I dated, he was making fun of his ex-girlfriend. And he was talking about how he sucked on one side of it and made it longer than the other. And he thought that was hilarious. But like, every time he ever went down there, don't you think I wasn't paying attention?
Well, yeah.
Like, dude, get that other side right now. You suck on that side. Like, I will kill somebody. I will go Liam Neeson on a motherfucker.
I didn't know we could have that sort of it's like,
I think he dated her for a real long time.
Right. It's like
how sick. I mean, and how stupid was she? Like, didn't that hurt? Just to have one side pulled on? I'm like, come on. I'm about symmetry.
Well, you're very symmetrical, as I've seen on the private Snap.
I take care of business. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't let people. And it's like, if something doesn't feel right, I put the stop maneuver up.
Right.
It's like, let's work this out. You need to come in from the other angle.
So
flip this leg up.
So are you the type of person that would have plastic surgery on that area?
Hold on.
I mean,
we need to reconnect. Facebook is getting too late right now.
Facebook is over. It's probably shut us down.
Facebook is like, she's going to show her vagina at any time now. Right. We're going to stop this.
Right. So, Christy, you glad you came to the podcast?
I should have been warned. I should have known. No.
You should have known, yeah. There's no warning here. This is Miranda's world.
This is why Miranda doesn't have guests on with her.
This is why Miranda doesn't have friends.
I love it. I want more guests. Bring more people to the podcast.
No, it's fun.
Because it's fun watching Christy get so uncomfortable. She's so uncomfortable.
Oh.
So
now we see her.
There,
okay. But so I'm just saying, take care of business. You know what I mean? If something doesn't feel right, do you just stay uncomfortable and let them bang it out?
Hell no.
Fuck no.
I think that's
even
definitely.
Though sometimes that happens.
Sure.
Well, I mean, but you like it. If it needs to be adjusted, you know what I mean? You make said adjustment.
Yeah. I think it's also an age thing. I think the older you get, like the more comfortable you are saying, cut your shit. Stop that.
I mean, even if you just move yourself around,
right.
You gotta, I mean, if it doesn't feel right, it's not right.
Right. I mean, at 15, 16, I was just so like, I don't know what I'm doing. Is this right?
Well,
I don't know either.
Yeah, no, these are women. If it's beat up like that, these are women that it went hard all through their 20s. They definitely went to college. Because in college you get real crazy with yourself.
Do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the thing that you told me that you're going to earlier today?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yes. No. Okay. Now, I'm going to get back to, this is just about women's sexuality, because I just like to think, okay, it's like you look at us, we're two different women, you know what I mean? It's like I feel like I wear a lot of my makeup and stuff like that, whereas like Chrissy goes for a more natural look. And I know, I just love it. I mean, I'm just saying I feel like we present our sexuality differently. And that was something that was really intriguing to me. Like, I wanted to pick your brain further when we were here for the Me Too episode. Because I find it interesting what makes women feel sexy. Oh, that's the pizza guy.
Pizza's here. Yeah. Well, let's take a pause.
Oh, yep.
Let's pause.
Facebook cut us off
Pizza's here.
Facebook new.
We'll be right back.
Woo! And now we're here again.
Thank you for the pizza. That was really good.
Sharing, you're very welcome.
Pizza wink.
Yes, I
We
do
had
want
pizza.
to tag Christy Avery.
Who doesn't?
Listen, I could tell you
Facebook
who
knew it.
doesn't.
Update your phone. It's a good thing.
Honestly, do your updates.
Yeah.
It's a security risk if you don't.
He got so mad at me so many times.
Yeah, like if you don't update your apps and you don't update your phone doesn't work right, your battery doesn't work right, like update. Come on, people. I have a question for you, Miranda. I would never be naked in front of people in my life, and I want to know how you're able to be naked in front of people all the time. Like, how did you develop that ability, that confidence?
Well, honestly, the way I grew up, I've always been pretty comfortable with, I guess, nudity, but also sexuality, because for me, it's not the same. I realize that it's not the same, but for me, it is kind of one and the same. You know, just, again, the way that I grew up, very just strangely. But I always knew, even from a very small age, what my mother did. And
Right. She was a stripper?
yes, she was a stripper. And, you know, when she was asleep, if I was at her house visiting her, I would wake up in the morning and go through her work bag, and we would play with their costumes and their stuff. My cousin and I both of our moms were dancers, and we just knew about it. And I was going into the brass before I was even in school. Like, she would just rush me in and right to the back, and you know, I would see women in bathing suits standing up talking to guys that are basically at their chest. And I remember seeing all these things and just going into that dressing room, and all the women were in there naked. And they were all, you know, some of them were tanning in the tanning bed. They were all sitting around getting pretty. And they were all very glamorous to me, I guess, is part of it too.
Right.
But then also striptease having come out like kind of around that time,
yeah.
Demi Moore, and
Right.
I feel like a lot of that was shaping. I wasn't just like super comfortable like being naked at that age, obviously, although I wasn't afraid to be naked with like a person per se. I wasn't, you know, lights on, didn't matter. But now it's just very different. Of course, I'm very open with nudity and sexuality, and have been just obviously because of that upbringing. But then working in the industry that I do, you just see women that, you know, if I start putting on a little weight or doing this or that, it's like I feel self-conscious about myself, whereas they might have some of those flaws, but they own it, and their bodies are beautiful. It's not, they're all different. Like, and that's when I say I understand also that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because I can look at every woman and none of them are exactly the same body type or anything. And every single one of them, I'm like, wow, she's really sexy. She's really sexy. And, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it's all about confidence. What do you think?
I agree with you 100%.
And
I'm sorry, I'm not a talker. I'm a listener.
that's okay. So
You know, I had the confidence after quite a bit of liquor to jump into the pool at Jeremiah's house at a wall Christmas party.
That's right, you did go...
wall whatever party. It was fucking cold, too, because... can I swear in here? Yeah, I guess I can. It was cold.
We just spent 10 minutes on roast beef pussies. Like, of course you can. No, yeah, you skinny
were you
dipped.
naked? Oh, so, okay. So she didn't jump in with clothes on. She was skinny dipped.
I was completely...
So she's comfortable just being naked.
Yeah, and when I was inside, you know, I had changed into my bathing suit and had like a t-shirt on over it and like a towel around my bottom. And Chris is like, "Are you naked under that?" I go, "Am I naked under my clothes?" "Yes, Chris, I am naked under my clothes."
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, that group of people is the last people on earth I'd want to see me naked, mostly because I get teased so much. Like,
Right,
so, like,
right.
I just... Like, to me, it just doesn't compute how somebody can get naked in front of strangers, their friends. I mean, one-on-one intimacy is fine. It's just, you know, group nudity, I'm not usually
That's
not something I've partaken in.
But nobody, shamed me that night. I think there were people that turned away, but mostly because they were religious and
They were fapping.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it too.
I was furiously masturbating, so I just didn't want anybody to see my little dick.
Thanks for sharing.
I honestly do, though. I think that's what it's about, though, is just kind of acknowledging there's parts of your body that aren't perfect. There's parts of my body that aren't perfect. But that's the beauty of being very comfortable with nudity, is that you come to accept that. You're like, you know what? Nobody's perfect. This is me. Boom. You know? And it's just, it's almost empowering. And I would say, like, after I got my boobs done, which I was always comfortable being naked, but, like, I didn't take a bunch of nudes, and I definitely didn't take any up here because there was nothing cool to see. But, I take some, like, cute little butt shots or, like, something that would, but, like, I don't know, just when I got my boobs done, I was just like, wow, like, I fucking think I love the way this looks. And I just enjoy sharing that with people because I'm like, sure. I enjoy it. I'm like, wow, I don't know. I'm like, bam, that looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny, but it's, I think, mostly confidence because, again, not much changed from before. Obviously, my boobs got much better.
Right.
But, I mean, they didn't look bad. They were just sad before. They were so sad.
I have so many friends who have had their boobs done. I'm like, millennial guys just don't care about boobs as much as, like, our dad's generation. They were all about boobs and beer and, like, the track. But, like, our generation, it's really, like, to me, boobs are mostly useless. Like, if they work for you, then fine, I'll tweak a nipple or something. But, like, guys care more about butts in this generation, I think, than boobs anymore.
Well, they do. That's how I was able to buy the boobs.
Right.
However, but that's just really, that's the difference of what confidence does, because guys don't care that much. But I will tell you, where I got a lot of attention and a lot of whatever before, after having my boobs done, it's just skyrocketed, whether it's at work, whether it's anywhere. It is a big, even women, because no matter what, you have to be walking away before they see what you're working with in the back. This is on the front. It's like your flair. It's
your flair. So
flair.
Do you think that you get more attention because you have big boobs or because you're more confident?
I think they're an attention getter. And first of all, I do think they are an attention getter, but I think it is definitely the confidence.
Right. It's the way that you carry yourself is probably more than, a D?
32 double D?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, it's like, whatever makes you happy. But yeah, when somebody feels good about themselves, that's always way more attractive than whatever they look like.
For sure.
Like, and I don't think that when you're younger, people understand that. Like, and I've learned this where, like, after my divorce, I was like, women are interested in me. Like, what is happening? It's like, well, it's your confidence. Yeah, but, like, I look like a train wreck. Like, if I take off my shirt, I look like a giant sack of potatoes. Like, oh, I don't care. I kind of like that you're bigger. What? You perfect angels exist?
Yeah. Well, everybody, I will say that. Like, everybody likes a man that, first of all, you don't feel fat around. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't want to be fatter than my guy.
Right.
But also, there is just something about it. I don't really know. I enjoy a bigger guy. I don't really know what it is.
Good to know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Next time I'll buy you the pizza.
Right.
So,
you know me too well, Christy.
we both knew that wasn't happening.
That's why I'm the wife.
But, for sure. But no, it's funny though. It's like the same people that always said, don't ever get your boobs done, or the same guys that were just like, oh. Dude, when I got my boobs done, they lost their damn shit, okay? Mm-hmm. Everybody lost their goddamn minds.
Right.
Including me.
Well, they are pretty awesome.
Thank you.
They're
Yeah,
great.
I'm like, goddamn, everybody should have these. Like, and I spread that. I'm like, if you are dating a girl and you plan on even being around her for 6 months or more, buy her some boobs if she doesn't have them already. Because even if you get 6 months use out of them, whatever use you got out of the old ones plus that, you paid for it. Paid off.
Yeah, but that's like $7,000.
It's worth it. It's $5,000 and it's worth it.
Okay.
For all the joy that it brings to the world and to the women.
Oh, Miranda.
Oh, wow.
I swear. It really is. They're joy bringers.
If you could have plastic surgery on any part of you, Christy, what would it be?
I don't know.
Here's a question.
The fact that you don't know is good.
It is.
To me,
but
yeah.
Here's a more telling question, I think, than that, because that'd be kind of, this is more specific. What makes you feel sexy? What do you look like? What is you feeling sexy? What does that look like?
I have no idea.
What are you wearing? What are you?
Probably my first date outfit, which is like a black sparkly tank top, and there's a sweater that goes over it. Actually, I just wore it to a Christmas party with a scarf over it, and I thought it looked pretty good.
Nice.
It's got the good exposure for the girls.
That's right. Do you wear a push-up or do you go braless?
Oh, no, I have to wear a bra. I need the support. I have to have wires up under here. It's a whole mechanical thing.
I actually have the wires. Now, I like the support, I'm sure, is different, but it's so funny because I didn't have any before. They feel heavy at times. Like, there's times where I'm like,
Right.
okay, I need a bra on.
I don't.
Now, bra me right now.
I had so many younger millennial Gen Z friends who got in trouble because they went braless to Christmas, and their grandma was like, "You need to put a bra on. That's disgusting."
Oh my
But it's just the generational shift. I think in the younger age bracket of the millennials is like, well, so what if my nipples are showing? You're the one. And I agree. Like,
my old
grow
boobs
up.
were
Bring it
so
on!
useless. Yeah, my old boobs were so useless that I honestly I was desexualized or unsensitized to them, period. Like, I was just like, nobody cares about these. And so there's times I would not have a bra on and I'd be walking around when I lived with my aunt and uncle, and my uncle would be like, put a bra on, blah, blah, blah. Like, his friends would be over. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, But my nipples, I mean, you could cut glass
Right.
at any time. I don't care what the temperature is.
Me too.
Yeah, I have a very padded bra on, and you probably still can see a little hint. I mean, I can feel them right through this.
I always
I can feel them.
I always have the hardest nipples.
Yeah, they're always
I accidentally keyed
just
a
that little
car
end piece. Yes.
because it's so cold out.
Dude, when it was cold and I came out the other day from the gym, my nipples felt like, literally, I could just feel like they were, I don't even know.
And
I could have hurt someone.
I don't. Well, you've had them altered, but
Not my nipples.
I never, as a kid, had my hard nipples or whatever. They were like innies. Then all of a sudden, over the last like 10 years, they became outies, and
Thank God.
now they won't go innie.
Thank God. That's when he started getting laid.
And people are super uncomfortable because all my coworkers at work are so uncomfortable because my nipples are always so hard. They're
Me
like,
too.
You need some covers. They sell products.
Oh,
for
they
that.
do sell little things.
I'm not wearing pasties.
Pasties. I want to peel it off.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this, because of how just crazy my nipples are. Whenever I first had my boobs done, and they were just, the skin had been stretched and stuff, so they were very sensitive in general. I literally had to put Band-Aids over my nipples because the shirt rubbing against them. Oh my God, I was like, It was worse than like breastfeeding nips.
Yeah, that happens
I didn't
in the summer
breastfeed
when I walk a lot. It rubs. Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. It was so bad. And so my old boobs, though, they were so worthless that I would literally not care. Like, my uncle is over here just like, oh my God. And I'm like, his friends were probably fapping to me and stuff. And he might have even we're not going there. He wasn't. It was his friends. It definitely wasn't him. I thought I was going to make a joke about that, but that's just, it grossed Steve and me out.
Too far.
So
Too far. When it's
Way
too
too
far
far.
for Miranda.
you crossed the line. And so, dude,
That's why you don't read the comments.
I know.
Yeah,
I got some. Yeah.
Comments always throw you off. Yeah.
No, they do.
Okay, talking about boobs, I did do a Free the Nipple rally.
Uh-huh.
So I'm standing in front of the courthouse downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Right.
with my top down, my pasties on, and
Right.
holding up a sign.
Right.
it.
That was pretty crazy.
How many women were there?
Probably 30 to 50.
I was hoping you were just me.
Yeah, just me.
Girl, we'll meet up tomorrow.
I think that's how I met my hairdresser. I think she was at the rally also. Seriously.
Do you guys sit around topless at the hair salon?
No.
Do you want to?
It's an Alta, so no, we don't.
So what made you participate in that?
Just because I think it's silly that, men can walk around with their shirts off and it's perfectly fine. But if women want to do it, everybody loses their shit.
Right.
I mean, and you could tell from the people driving by with their cameras out, taking pictures, taking videos, screaming, losing their minds that, it needs to change.
Sure.
You need to see a topless woman and be like, whatever.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's there isn't a difference. There's a biological reason for you guys having boobs and
we
us
look better
us
with
not. Yeah, like the reason that boobs the reason they evolved is exactly what Miranda said earlier, is that the butt cleavage and the roundness of the butt, human beings and mammals are attracted to curves.
Fertility
curvature,
is what it shows.
And fertility. And so when we were monkeys and we stood up, nature said, "Oh, you need something to attract from the front when you're walking towards them," and that's why breasts develop. Also, milk and stuff. But
I think that men, the bigness is what they see, but I think also what the trigger is that she's very fertile. She can feed my babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she could feed me and the kid if we had to get through a hard winter.
Right. That's the subliminal message is fertility. Yeah. And
mine were worthless even with that. I didn't have anything. And also I felt just weird, even though nobody had ever sexualized my breast. Like, you know what I mean? They're just like, yeah, tickle the mouth. And I'm like, we're done here. We're done. This is a baby. You're sick. And like, it would I feel like it would sexually violate me. And then honestly, first of all, she would have starved because I don't know anybody who actually eats healthy enough to supply their nutrients and then some for a baby. Infamil's got you, girl.
Right.
For real. You ain't healthy enough for that, but you go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
They will stick with it and they'll say it's best. Go ahead. I don't really know what kind of autism shit that is, but I'll let it be.
So you're saying that breast milk causes autism?
No, I'm saying you're autistic if you honestly are going to stand and make an argument that it's what's healthiest for the baby, unless you are just, a complete picture of health and you seriously are eating like full tuna fillets and all this stuff like you would actually need. Because I'm like, that baby's not getting enough nutrients. I don't care what they say. Like, how is that possible? Find that hard to believe. I am a doctor. I do know. But it also, literally, there was nothing going on. My kid would have starved.
Right.
But I would have still found a caveman back in the form of time because the curvature of my back and spine shows that I'm a gatherer. I can bend over and pick up babies. I can pick up berries, twigs, shit that I need to. I could grab my feet if you want to get behind. So I would have no problem getting a caveman.
Need a piggyback ride. That's what she's talking about.
Totally.
She could carry you.
Oh, I have carried men of 250 pounds or more.
She's a physical freak
on my back, and I also refuse to not accept a challenge.
Right.
I'm very competitive. I will impress you. I don't care what it takes.
Well, any other questions for Christy?
Okay, back to what makes Christy feel sexy. So, why are we? Does this shirt make you feel sexy right now?
Maybe a little bit.
If you unbuttoned a button, you could do something. But
I've already unbuttoned like 4 or 5. Good grief.
I want to see you dressing like a slut more. I want to see more of the sexy top. We don't save that for a first date. We wear that all the time.
All the time. You got to keep them interested.
Keep it sexy.
I don't have any first dates anymore, so it doesn't matter.
So then you don't need a first date top. You need an everyday sexy ass hoe top.
Not with an attitude like that, Christy.
Yeah. Exactly. I have to save my money so I can support my favorite podcasts.
But see, drawing those sugar daddies with the ladies.
Get her a burqa.
Give us money for the podcast. I actually don't even need my hands, though.
She's like
money right now.
She's like that guy from the Old Spice commercials. Her boobs are dancing.
Oh, it's like really muscular looking in the video, though. It's way hotter in person.
It is, yeah.
Definitely hotter in person.
I feel underarm sweat.
Yeah. Should we ask Chris?
I sweat profusely.
Have you ever been with a man?
Never. No.
Here's a question on that topic.
I was just talking to somebody, like the SJW crowd is now like you're committing a hate crime essentially if you are a straight male that has the reaction I just had. Like if you won't have sex with a man, you're part of the problem. And like I'm sorry, but they've done studies where for women, if they watch women and women together, it lights up in their brain on an MRI the part of like pleasure, right? But when men watch two men going at it, it's like the anger part flashes. Yeah, like it's just part of our.
There's something very wrong with anal sex.
I'm 5% gay. Okay, in that I am comfortable with gay stuff and gay people, and
you're a supporter. That's not 5% gay. You're 100% supporter.
Exactly right. And I'm comfortable with who I am. But I would never ever kiss or do anything with a guy. Like it just
same. Not. It's not for me. It doesn't turn me on. There's nothing sexual about it.
Yeah, I'm attracted to femininity. Like I just couldn't.
Like Aaron Ewert.
Yes, like
there are feminine guys, but
yes,
you're attracted to women.
Exactly right.
The femininity of a woman.
Aaron Ewert is very pretty.
Nobody takes a selfie like that.
We
kid.
miss you, buddy.
Well, except for him and his lady now, because those two together, I mean, I'm just like, they are going to get a job being the back to every picture frame you buy.
They are. You don't get a selfie with just Aaron anymore. It's Aaron and Hannah.
And it's just all charismatic.
They've intertwined to make one.
Yes.
Aww.
It's so cute. Yeah, we won't go into that. But I was just thinking about stuff.
What were you thinking about?
I can't
tell me right now.
I can't talk about
it.
You can tell us later, right?
Tell me.
Tell us later.
It's okay.
Look into my breast.
Yes, look into my nipples.
Whatever you want. So how are things at work?
I mean, it's good.
Gesundheit.
I think it was a cough, but I'll take it. Yeah, things at work are good. I always hope they get better. So if anybody wants to visit me, hit me up.
Do you want to say where you work at now?
Oh, well, yeah, I work at Dancers on the West Side, but I mean, I'll obviously hit me up on social media. Tell me when you're coming.
Mm-hmm. PayPal.
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can I just tell a story real quick about some loser?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure it's some kind of catfishing situation. Don't care what loser is behind it, because obviously it's not about them, it's about me. But so this weird chick, sends me a friend request. I see we have a couple of mutual friends in common. All of us are strippers from Kokomo. I never strip with this hoe. I don't know her. Her face is rough, so it's not like she's changed any that I wouldn't recognize her now. Like,
right.
I'm sure she's been rough for a while. And so I'm like, she just keeps hitting me up, right, all the time on Facebook. Hey girl, like da-da-da, like I hit you up on Messenger. And I'm just like, I ignore her. And I mean, she just would not stop. And I just think, how stupid are you that you keep getting on my Facebook wall commenting about like, you keep not answering my messages. You're like, yes, bitch, fuck off. Like, and so I'm like, I didn't know what she wanted. But like, I went to her Facebook. I opened up her profile at one point, like, who is this bitch? And it was just like, somebody please hit me up or something, like just obviously just thirsty as fuck for somebody to talk to, her lonely ass.
Right.
It's like, honey, join a Facebook group or something. Don't take this out on me. And she's just like, I need to talk business. I want to talk business with you. And then I'm like, I would just do right there, that chuckle. I just like laugh, keep scrolling. And then finally she caught me up because she hit me up on Snapchat, and it's somebody that had been on my Snapchat for a long time, but I don't know who half the people are. And so she hits me up on Snapchat, and she was just like, I need to ask you a question about business. I was like, shit, I knew it was her. Like, God damn it. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she was like, what are your prices and your services?
What? What does she mean?
What I mean, hello. It's pretty obvious what I died, dude. I was doing that right there. And I'm just like
sex stuff?
I was just, that's what this bitch was talking about. And so I'm just like, I don't know, send a pic. And she was like, oh no, she was like, have you ever been with a woman? I hadn't said anything maybe at this point.
So she was soliciting you.
She was trying to, but again, it was more catfish than anything. So she says like, have you ever been with a woman? And I said, no. And then I hit send a pic. And she was like, I'm looking for somebody for me and to be with me and my husband or something. Like, I want to lick you while my husband has sex with me. And I was like,
gross.
Oh, I cringed because she's nasty and the whole thing. I was like, oh my God.
Even if she were Selma Hayek, I want to lick you. Ugh.
I know.
No.
Like, honey, back up. First of all. Ugh. So that's when I was checked right out. And then she wouldn't stop on Facebook, right? So I just She was like, hey, she was like, I still need more details or something. And so I just flagged my PayPal. And she was like, well, that doesn't tell me much. And I was like, I don't have time to just sit around and talk about what ifs and hypothetical situations with strangers. So if you would like to make a $100 payment to my PayPal, I will give you 30 minutes of my time to have said discussion.
It's $100 just to talk to you.
She's like, bitch, you're high. Da, 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 da. I have screen recording of all of it. It's so great. I'm going to post it I'll have a friend post from her own other account. And so, dude, we had so much fun in the comments, dude, because of course several people just happened to be like watching at the time, and they were like, bitch, you thirsty, da, da, da. So then she goes to Snapchat and she screenshots, which I saw it come up on my phone, obviously. She screenshots the conversation we had about like, are you into women? Or it was just like it wasn't like there was nothing even incriminating.
Right.
I'm like, honey, I didn't say I would do anything. I just asked you to send a picture, and probably for money. I don't remember exactly what the screenshot, but I'm like, I never said like, we gonna do this, or you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, you're still the loser here. You're posting that you are still, you've tried to solicit me to be a prostitute for you and your husband. And
you want to get into sex slavery? This is how you get into sex slavery.
But the thing is, I've turned you down from Jump Street. It's like, bitch, get on fucking Craigslist. That's why I'm like, it's probably a catfishing situation.
Right.
It's like she claimed to live in Kokomo. Her Snapchat came out of Atlanta, Indiana. I would say there's some losers that live pretty close to there, but there is a restraining order in place. But also, that to me means, bitch, I can't talk to you, but that doesn't stop me from talking about you. Please see Facebook posts. I will talk about people all the fuck I want, and I will I'll make a disclaimer. This is not a message to anybody. This is for my friends and family on my Facebook, and anybody else reading is a fucking stalker. Goodbye.
We should mention that you're back on Facebook.
I am back on Facebook.
Because last time we talked to you, you were banned permanently.
I was. It doesn't matter how I got back on. I'm here.
Right.
And Miranda's World also has her own page. Its own page. Yeah. Post nudes.
Like that shit.
Yes, like it. Subscribe to the podcast. And, that was what really got me when I came back to Facebook, was all the people that were like, oh my God, are you still podcasting? Motherfucker, are you serious? Yeah, I've been podcasting the whole goddamn time. Yeah. Subscribe.
It is amazing. Like people need to subscribe to stuff, because we are Libertarians. It fluctuates 2,000 to 3,000. It'll be 4,000 one week. The next week it'll be 8,000. Then the next week it'll be 6,000. The next week it'll be 9,000. Like, it's really odd how there's those wild fluctuations in the amount of downloads in an episode. And I think it's, unless you're there pushing it on social media, you lose out on a certain portion of your listeners.
You do. They were people that I love, and they love me, and I'm like,
right.
Oh my God. I'm like, are you kidding me? We've seriously been not in touch this whole time.
Right. Yeah, we've put out a bunch of episodes. You got to go to mirandab.com.
Yeah. People ask me questions and stuff. I'm like, have you never even listened to the goddamn podcast?
Bitches.
How are we even friends?
Yeah. It's like, do you know me? Do you care?
We got to start wrapping up.
No.
I don't want to. I will say this. My memes were so lit that I did get 2 restraining orders.
What?
And my memes were mostly the citation for said. And of course, it was like, it would be like something like one sentence in the comments taken out of context.
Wait.
Swear to God.
Who?
Can't tell you.
Was this in a court of law?
It came out of a court of law.
Was this recent?
I have 2 legit, yeah. I laughed so hard with the sheriff. That served me. I was like, this is my memes. My memes are dank as fuck.
You shitposted your way to a restraining order?
And that was before I'd even returned to Facebook.
James Neese, you officially have taken over James Neese's position as a shitlord. I don't think he's even done that.
She's the shitlord.
That's amazing.
I love it. And
now we need to see these memes.
Go to my Instagram page.
That's something.
Go to Instagram.
Someone screenshot it for me because I don't have Instagram.
I will do it.
Memes are not a form of aggression. Memes bring people together.
Right.
Yes, but that just, I mean, and I still will meme, and I will actually, now that I have Facebook, make just blatant posts about people's lies.
You already have.
But here's the thing. That restraining order, I read it. It means I cannot try to get a message to them. I can't try to talk to them. I can't key their car.
Right.
But I can talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about anything that has happened. I can talk about things in my life. I can talk about how I feel, my honest opinion. It's called freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, this ain't no message to nobody. This is a message to my friends and family that no one has restrained me at this time. People that I want to hear my shows and shit, I haven't gotten anything served yet from them. So
You're right.
I will keep talking.
The listeners have not served you a cease and desist.
No,
You're right.
I will keep on talking.
Or what's his name? Farmer Tim.
Yeah.
Okay, don't think it didn't cross my mind that stupid Kelly Marie was Farmer Tim, though. I'm like, God damn, this could be Farmer Tim for all I know. But then I saw it was coming out of Atlanta, Indiana, and I'm like, okay, I have one girl that is from Atlanta, Indiana, one woman, and I love her to pieces. She's a disciple of Christ. Like, she has better things. She's also a wonderful woman that works like a counselor for just like people and need counseling, and she's wonderful. It's not her. I'm like, and it can only be maybe my ex-boyfriend's loser ass fucking, I don't know if it's a transsexual person. I don't have anything against them. She could be a woman, but he used to date women that were older than him before he was with me, and he returned to dating women that are older than he is now.
Right.
And so when you're real old, it's like kind of hard to tell if you were a man once.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. You change.
Yeah, they're like, especially fat old guys, they start to lose, they get more estrogen.
Well, she looks just like him.
Right.
Except she has that stupid fucking ass lopsided John and Kate +8 haircut.
Can I speak to the manager?
Yes, can I speak to the manager? This margarita was not made right. I went to bartending school in college. It's like that stupid, just horrible person, fucking Hillary Clinton ass fucking looking haircut.
All right.
Hillary doesn't even have that haircut, and it's a Hillary Clinton ass looking haircut. Because don't nobody like them kind of ladies.
I don't know what you just listened to. But that's the beauty of this podcast. She's a force of nature. It is Miranda Barnett.
And my boobs. Send me money.
How can people contact you if they want to get in touch with you?
PayPal me/Miranda
Well,
Barnett.
let's have some foreplay.
Okay. Yes, you can hit me up on Instagram. It's Princess Miranda. And I will oftentimes fuck these up. So just check that. And then you can also hit me up on Snapchat. It is Miranda1219. And if you want to send money on that or PayPal, then I might add you to my premium Snapchat where you can see my butthole. And then also I'm on Facebook, Miranda Barnett, the Miranda's World Facebook page, Chris Dangler. Chris Dangler. The Dangler Spangler. I'm sure we'll have this on the We Are Libertarians website. Always love to support the We Are Libertarians page because they were my daddy.
We are your podcast daddies.
Yeah, they spawned me right out of their tip of their penis.
Wow.
Christy Avery ejaculated that, so don't let her act surprised. She was the ejaculator.
She was. It was her penis that did it.
Yes, my penis.
Oh, I was just saying she stroked the penis.
I see.
Miranda's
She
world.
she doesn't have a penis, guys. Good, get it together. She stroked it. She stroked a penis. She tickled a scrotum.
And out popped Miranda's world.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Miranda.
Goodbye, Miranda.
Thank you for listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Get our other shows at WeareLibertarians.com.